Cheers.
And we're back today. Today's podcast is sponsored by 3 and 3 Exotic Drinks. We have the Red Bull Soda Energy Drink, Pineapple, Grapefruit Mix.
Yeah.
That's currently what I'm drinking here.
Yep, that's what he's drinking.
What are you drinking on here?
Pink lemonade. Minute Maid. Sponsored. Minute Maid lemonade.
Not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Minute Maid lemonade brought
Not
to you
sponsored.
by the local corner store. Pink lemonade. It's made with real lemons. How many cases can I get you?
Weirdo. What a weirdo. But today we're doing a podcast. No specific topics we really want to get into. Me and Eric haven't even really discussed much today. What? Oh, Jesus.
Crazy shit. I told you.
Yeah,
it's storming out right now.
Yeah, I don't know where you guys are listening from, where you're watching from. We are currently in the Metro Detroit area, Michigan. Seems like all hell's breaking loose outside.
It really does, bro.
Crazy storm.
It's like, what, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock?
Yeah, it's 6:18.
6:18, it's dark as shit out.
It looks like it's 9 o'clock damn near. I was asking Eric, why is it so dark
We're
out?
praying on the dumpster. There's a dumpster right outside this wall right here. You can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Hopefully
there's
it
a
flies
wall
out.
window. Yeah, we're praying it. Long
through.
story, yeah.
But we want to go to the Free Flow podcast today. Me and Eric have some stuff we want to talk about, get into some topics. We got just sports going on. We got business going on. Other than that, we'll just...
Market shifting.
Yeah, we'll jump right into it. One thing I really want to... We'll start off a little simpler. We'll start on the football side of things. Final week of preseason's coming out to a foot.
That happened last week.
I thought there's still one last
Nope.
game. No?
Nope.
Okay.
2 weeks break now.
Oh,
September 5th.
well, that's 1 week.
No, well, that's because we're already halfway through this week.
Okay, but yeah. So
A week from this weekend.
Yes. So it's a 2 week break right now. September 5th, I believe that the season will start because that's when our fantasy starts.
Correct. Yep. September 5th.
Very excited to see how that pops off.
Lions just released their 53-man today.
Yup. So excited to see how everything turns out with there. As you were telling me, what's his name? Handon or not?
They took two. What stood out to me was most teams have two or three quarterbacks.
Yeah.
We only have two.
Uh-huh.
But Goff didn't go down once last year, so if
No,
we can
no,
keep
that-
him healthy, I think we'll be okay.
And as you were saying, we only have 4 wide receivers. But in
And-
general, we only usually have 3 playing out there in the first place.
Well,
so.
what was odd to me is we only have 4 wide receivers,
Mhm.
but we have 4 running backs, which we're only going to use mainly 2 of them.
Right.
And then we have 3 tight ends,
So
which you can only have 2 of on the field at once.
I'll explain behind the running backs. The running backs, you always want to have a backup for each because it's your most used player and the most likely to get injured because he's the most intense with the ball.
100%.
So that's the same
But
thing
same
in
with wide
fantasy.
receivers, though.
Not
They go
necessarily.
down, they get hit hard,
Yeah,
especially
but not as
after
much as a
running catches, things like
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying?
But then it's a more one-on-one. Like a running back is going right up the line to a defensive line.
But think about it, bro. They run triple wide receiver plays. Like
That's
it's
100%.
not enough to only have one
They have
extra
one
guy.
backup.
Yeah.
Exactly right. So that's the interesting thing about it. Who are you telling me who was the 2 quarterbacks, the backup for Jared Goff?
Nate Sudfeld
Nate
and then
Sudfeld.
Jake Fromm, I think.
Yeah, and then you said they got rid of Nate Sudfeld.
I think
Or he
I
didn't
don't
make
know
the 53,
100%. He didn't make the 53, so he's probably on practice squad.
Okay.
So I don't
he's
imagine
there
he'll
straight.
get picked up. One of the main players of the preseason they let go, though. I can't think of his name, but
I'm not sure.
he was a killer running back.
I'm curious too. I'm really interested to see on how the rookies play out, how Terrion Arnold plays out. I was very excited to see, correct me if I'm wrong, did Lions go 3-0 in preseason or 2-1? 2-1 they went preseason. Still solid. I'm happy they won against the Chiefs. I'm happy they won against the Steelers.
And they didn't play any starters.
Right, exactly. That's the big thing about it. I'm very excited to see the first game at home. We low-key should have went to that Steelers game.
It was lit.
It was
Sold
lit. It was lit, Aaron.
I saw it and I was like, damn, that actually would have probably
It would
been
have been
fun.
a great game, bro.
Because they were like, it's like you wouldn't even know it's preseason in here.
Straight to God. And so, yeah, next week, week and a half, like Eric said, it's going to be a late-night game. Was it Thursday night or Sunday night football?
Thursday, no.
I think it was
Sunday. It's
night.
Sunday at 4:30.
No, it's a late game. It's 8 p.m.
Look it up.
That I know for a fact.
No. Because the opening day is Thursday, and I think it's Texans versus
8:20 p.m.
what day?
Not the 8th. So
That's
is
a Saturday.
Yeah. No, that's Sunday.
Yeah, so it's not the opening game of the NFL.
No. It's opening day. So
No, Thursdays.
Oh, Thursday's opening.
Remember
day?
September
The 5th.
5th.
The 5th.
Yeah,
You're right,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yep. Well, Lions opening game.
Yeah, Lions opening game for sure.
Yes.
And it's so I can't decide if I want to go to that one or they have 8 home games this year. They have the
So that majority.
first 4 at home and the last 4 at home.
Mm-hmm.
And they're playing some good teams the last 4 also.
Do you know who off the top of your head?
The Bears, one of them, Green Bay, one of them, Minnesota, and then I think Buffalo Bills they play at home.
I would love to go to a Thanksgiving game.
That's versus Chicago.
It always is, and that's the main.
No, it's just between Chicago and Green Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's always a Midwest. It's always a
One of the two. Yeah.
Conference. I'm really excited to see it all unfold. Did you place any? Have you placed any sports bets yet?
Just the sports bonus bet I got last year. It was like a $50 bonus buy.
Yeah.
And I had to do it on one, like a straight bet. So I put Lions winning the Super Bowl.
But that was last year.
That was last year, yeah.
Do you plan on coming out of retirement at all?
I haven't decided yet.
We still have to do our challenge that we haven't started yet.
What is that?
Remember we were going to do the $5, run it all the way to who can get to 100 first?
Oh, yeah, we'll do that. That's nothing small. I thought you meant like religiously betting every weekend.
No. Our challenge, we said it was like $10 and get to 250 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, because if you lose the $10 or whatever you initially...
If you lose 100, you lost $10.
Yeah, exactly. So it's only if you lose $10, you lost $10, you're out of the challenge.
You can't lose any more than $10.
Right, so it's
just
not
it'll
a big
suck
loss.
if that on your first bet.
Yeah.
That was the big only.
Well, that's why you take an easy one.
Exactly right. You'd rather take the smaller winnings and just lock it in.
Well, I'm down to do that. I thought you meant when you asked that, if like I'm betting crazy each weekend.
No. We just doing a challenge. It's first one to make it to 100. So whether you can do it all in one day, betting on Russian croquet, or fucking you just bet
first one to 100,
sure.
Starting September 5th.
No, I would sure. Actually, yeah, sure.
We'll start opening day.
Yeah, start a fantasy. Sure, let's do it.
$10.
You tell me if it's $10 to 100, that's too easy. I think if you do $10, it's got to go to 250. If you do $5, you go to 100.
I said 20.
To 500.
400.
Sure. First one.
Yeah.
Okay, and then how about just to make it interesting? Okay. If I win, how can we make this interesting? Because I want to do it.
Yeah, how does it...
So I was gonna say like you would get like if I won you get to place a bet, but like that doesn't make sense. We'll have to think about it after. Cause I was like. Think about it. We'll think about it, but
we gotta think about it.
That's not a different one. Cause like, there's gotta be like a
it
cherry
gotta
on
be
top.
a catch to it.
Yeah, right. You know, if you think
and it's only sports betting, right?
Yeah, you can't do gambling.
Oh, okay.
You can't gamble. No, you can't throw it on roulette and just play it black. No. You gotta actually have like real odds behind it.
Bro, that's been fucking me lately, anyways. So.
Well, you know, I want to bring out to a different time. Well, still a little bit in sports. You know, before we hopped on, Eric and I heard that, what is his name? CeeDee Lamb is now supposedly supposed to be one of the highest paid wide receivers in the industry, making $132 million.
Yeah.
I don't think it's yearly.
No, 4 years.
Yeah, 4-year contract. So
it's like 38 a year.
Yeah, it's like 35.
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
$35 million a year. You know, and they're saying I didn't hear what they said at the end about Jerry Jones and all that.
That wasn't making any sense to me.
No, but they're saying something about CeeDee Lamb having the potential to make $1 billion as long as he plays with as long as he plays with the Cowboys for over 3 years or 4 years.
You know what else? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I interrupted.
No, you're good. Yeah, that's my thought.
On the other football topic, I was listening to 955 this morning.
Okay.
They were talking about Travis Kelce. Since the beginning of football season to now, how many times do you think his commercials have aired? Appearances.
Oh, at least 100.
87,000 times.
Jesus Christ.
How many commercials do you think he's in this upcoming football season? Appearance-wise.
Well, I mean, it's they're making an estimate.
No, they gave the exact number.
How do they have it for this year if the year's...
Like, how many... So, because...
I'm confused by that.
they? All right, think about this. How do they have the account?
No, yeah. How do they have an account for a season that hasn't happened yet?
No, like how many commercials he'll be in?
Right. How do they? Like, how can you guarantee that?
Because they have to submit like all the commercials
Yeah,
to the NFL
okay.
before. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Damn, I don't know, because it's either one drastically up or drastically. I'm gonna say 45,000.
No. How many like times will he be in a commercial?
Oh, 100.
127 commercials he's going to be in this coming football season.
And that's not
The
how many
highest,
times it's played.
the highest. Yeah, that's not how many times it's
That's
played.
just how many commercials he
The
will
first
be in.
number, the 87,000 number,
Yeah,
was
that's
how many times
it's
it played.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, and then how many commercials was he in for that?
120 this coming season, 127. Last year, 88.
Okay, so it was 127,000.
No, 127.
And then how many was he in?
87.
It
Or
was
how
played
many?
87?
It played
And
87,000
he was in
times.
127. So
Yeah.
each commercial was played at roughly 685 times.
That's all you're
insane.
gonna see on the TV this
That's
year.
fucking insane. It's gonna
He's
piss
smart,
me,
man.
It's gonna piss me off though.
It will.
It's gonna piss me off.
'Cause it's all type of commercials.
In the first place, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean he's a smart business guy, bro. I like his brother. I'm not gonna lie.
You like the whole family.
Good-
You keep
good
up to date
family.
with them.
Good family.
Jump into another topic for now off the sports. Mixed politics a little bit with the market right now. Okay. Not sure if you've seen this. Not sure if many people have seen this. It's on the news, but the news likes to suppress certain things. Right now, currently in California, they are working on a new law. I guess a new, what would you call it? They're trying to sign off on a new proposition. I don't know how to properly word it, but it's where all illegal immigrants that came into the country and illegal migrants would have a zero down payment on a house. They would have their mortgage paid off up to $30,000, and they would require no no deposit to purchase to get a mortgage.
What about me?
Thank you very much, Eric. So my whole point that I'm kind of getting at is that when do the people of this country, and not even the people of this country, but the people who work very hard of this country,
Get something in return.
exactly right? Because that's the thing. I don't know if people understand, but that's not just paid for free.
No,
You know, it's paid from tax dollars. Tax dollars we pay.
Yeah.
So the people of California are paying for illegal immigrants to come in here and live here. Let me ask you this next question before we jump fully into it. How are they going to make this happen? Because think about it. If you're illegal, you don't have Social Security. You're a real estate agent. What's the number one thing you need to buy a house?
driver's license.
And Social Security.
Something, yeah.
Well, you got to be a real
You have
citizen.
to be a resident.
Yeah, you can't get ID without social.
You actually don't need to be a resident. There's
What do you
FERPTA laws where they'll just withhold, like if you're not a U.S. resident and you go to sell a house.
No, but right now this is to buy.
Well, if they can sell them as non-U.S. residents, they got to be able to buy them somewhere.
I 100% agree, but that's the how, because no one's explaining how.
I don't either, because you can sell them as
Because-
it's a form I check. Am I a U.S. citizen? Yes or no? And no.
I know.
FERPTA will withhold
Yes.
blank.
Yes, 100%. Eric, I 100% agree with you.
I don't know.
That's the thing that I'm not understanding here. So
But we're one of the only countries that you can come from a different country and buy property here. Like we can't go to China and buy property. We can't go to India.
But you have to be legal here. For that to happen, you have to be a legal citizen. Because that's okay. So then, what's stopping me from creating a travel agency, bringing people in, and then just buying a whole neighborhood for pennies on the dollars?
How does that make sense?
I run a travel agency. I'm showing people what America looks like from different countries,
Oh, okay.
and now I want them to have a better life in America. Go buy houses. I'll fund it.
Okay.
So I can do that. Yeah, that's what you're saying. So you're saying
What classifies someone as a U.S. citizen? Do they have to have a visa and all that? Or
there's a lot of things, but for you to become a legal citizen, you must have a U.S. ID. You must have socials. You have to have a green card. A green card plays as a social security because it's social security that expires after a certain amount of time. That's what a green card is.
Temporary socials.
Exactly. Green cards are not permanent.
Yeah.
Green card's just on.
Bro, I have no.
Trust me. I know. My mom asked me the same thing, so I wanted to ask you and pull your hair a little bit on it, because exactly right. It's not possible. When you go to vote, ID. When you go to the liquor store and buy a drink, ID.
Anything.
Anything, Eric, ID. And you're trying to tell me you can go buy a house, zero down, with money to help you for your interest or whatever, and then you don't need any classification of job or U.S. citizenship.
It's crazy.
It's very interesting. So I'm very confused on how that all works out. I'm very concerned, because it comes to the point of, like you said, when does someone like me and you kind of get a break? Because it comes to the point of where it seems as if the shittier you do in life, the more you get rewarded. You know, the lower credit score you have and the less you make, the better funding the government's going to give you. But at what cost? You know, it seems like it's very...
You know what California taxes are?
It's 54%.
30.
No.
34.
No. For income tax?
No.
Capital gains?
Look it up, actually.
Well, which one?
Look it up and tell me what it is.
It's 54%, I'm telling you. Because they have the highest. California taxes.
Like, how much do you pay on a dollar?
Oh, like, that's their sales tax.
Yeah.
Their sales tax is, I think, 16%. California. Nice.
Sick.
Sales tax.
Cause
Okay, 7.25%. My bad.
That's crazy.
No, it's not. It's 1.25 higher than us.
Well, buddy who went to the dispo out there recently.
You can't compare that.
34.
Yeah, we pay 16.
That's crazy though.
Yeah, it's different though. You can't compare that. That's not a sales tax.
It's medical tax.
Recreational tax. That's what it is. But yeah, so my whole thing is I'm getting at is that what's the bigger picture here? Because nothing like this happens naturally. You know, I don't like to be radical, I guess you could say, but me deep down, I think this is a very big way of them kind of like rallying a big group together and just kind of being like, okay, you want this, now you have to do this type of situation. Because worst case scenario, I don't see why the Democratic Party would do this, but I see it as if them kind of rallying up all these illegals and then kind of wanting to take advantage of them. You know, where the Republicans would kind of just deported them. They would have been like, okay, yeah, buy the house, and then knock on each door and be like, okay, we're going to deport you because we know you're illegal. But with the Democrats here, it's a little bit different. You know, they don't want to deport them or get rid of them. So what's the bigger picture here? Are you trying to have them just hold on to these houses and then you buy them back for pennies on the dollar? Are you building the block up? Like what's...
It's hard to say. It sounds like they're going to be government-owned houses, though.
That's, in a sense, that's what it seems like. So, but if it's a government-owned house, then you can't dictate anything that happens in that house.
Yeah.
Who stays there, how long they stay there.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. It's hard to say. This is actually the first time I'm hearing about this.
You haven't heard about this too much yet? Yeah.
No.
It's a big thing right now. That's I'm pretty irked by it. I don't want to say I'm frustrated, but it's something that just blows my mind.
It's understandable.
Yeah, it's something that blows my mind away, and I was like, the same thing I was telling you earlier today, you know. I looked at my income for the last 6 months and like my finances and everything, and it's crazy to see how these numbers are jumping up and down.
Right.
From 1 month being an easy $10,000-$15,000 month to the next month being below $5,000, which is, you know, below, like, more than our expenses are.
Right.
Or less than what our expenses are.
Right.
So it's just crazy to see on how truly unstable the market is right now and how much is jumping around. I think I was telling one of my employees, I don't think I was telling you, my mom came home with groceries yesterday. 18 items. No meat, no nothing, just vegetables.
$126.
$122. $122, Eric.
It's crazy.
Insane. My cat's food packets are $2 a packet now. Those same packets 3 months ago were $1.79. 3 months before that were $1.46.
Everything's going up every 3 months right now.
50 cents in 6 months, Eric? That's huge. It's a 150% increase. It's very interesting.
Think about it this way. So, when our parents were kids, how much were cigarettes?
$6-7.
No.
Less?
Yeah, they were like $1 a pack.
What?
40 years ago, yeah. When I worked at Wild Bill's, Marlboro Reds, $7 a pack. That was 3 years ago.
Yeah, and they're now $12, $14.
They're like $10 to $11
Well, it
a
depends
pack.
where you are.
Yeah. It's crazy, bro. They've almost doubled. They went from $1 to $7 in 60 years. And then in the last 5 years, they went from $7.50 to nearly $12.
So let me ask you this question that no one else can really give me a logical answer at yet. How come my industry, the most niche market in industry, is the only one that's going down?
Down in what way?
Pricing. We are getting so much more competitive in pricing. And like I understand
It
there's
has
more
to do.
competition.
It has to do with the competition. There's food.
But you don't think there's more competition in the regular
Well,
chip industry?
There is, and that's why their pricing are going down also.
It's not though. It's staying the exact same. We're all just making less now. They're throwing away shit in the garbage.
Oh, I thought we were gonna get lucky, bro. I thought it was our time, bro.
No, but so that's the thing. Like, you know, for example, like Taiwanese Lay's, like Lay's and Doritos from Taiwan.
Yeah.
We used to be able to sell for $3 a bag, no problem, wholesale, right?
So how much do you think chips are going for here now?
It depends where and what size, but if those same size, like the snack, like not snack size, but like the 70, 80 gram bags, anywhere from $2.39 to $2.99 is what I would assume. I mean, that's what it is at Kroger and shit. I look at
I'm
this,
talking like regular convenience store,
$3.79.
like to sometimes $4.
Yeah, 100%. But that's the thing. I don't know. It's just to me they rather still stick with that shit than my exotic shit. And that's the thing is that's what I tell people is that like that's the whole point that I was making is that those Doritos we sell for $3. Now I'll be lucky if I can sell them for $2.50. So that means if you want to make 100% profit, you sell them at $4.99.
It could be too, just because people don't have a lot of money right now.
It can very well be it. It can very well be 100%. I think that's well. Okay, here's the big thing in the food industry that I'll give you guys a big secret to for anyone who's listening. If you're gonna come out in the food industry or come out with a food product, you need to make sure that item is guaranteed. Guaranteed means that if no matter what happens to that item, whether it's expired, it blows up, no matter what happens to it,
They get their money back.
the owner has the right to return it to you and get his money back, whether it's the whole case or just one bar. That's my thing. I can't obviously. You know, there's just way too much cost and overhead for me to do that. If I was Coke, it'd be a different story. You're producing a can for $2 and a formula for a can for 2 cents and a formula for 1 cent, and now you're selling it for $2. You have 2.9 million % to work with. You know, that's a huge difference for someone like me, where I buy it for $2 and I sell it for $2.50. I only have so much to work with. So that's the one thing that I'd say that guarantees. That's the one make it or break it for a lot of people right now. I walked into a gas station the other day. Are these items guaranteed? No, they're not, but if we could start off on a smaller run, I'll make sure I give you the best pricing, whatever. He told me, he said, I mean no disrespect, but I want you to turn around and look at this whole store. I was like, yeah, it's a beautiful store. I looked around, I see you have everything. He said, now everything in this store, besides these air fresheners and these sunglasses, are guaranteed. The vapes are guaranteed, the cigarettes are guaranteed, every single one of those Snapples, Pepsi, Sprites, guaranteed. So unless we can kind of work out something like that, it's not going to be able to work. You know, and that's the main thing right now that I've noticed. It's very interesting.
They don't want to lose money.
No, not at all. And it's very smart. I don't blame them. I just don't understand how these people that are doing the guarantees are making it work.
It's write-offs.
Bro, but that's a lot. That's a lot. And my whole thing is I'm afraid of someone scamming me, of them selling all of it and then just buying another box and returning it.
I mean, bro, it's not going to be that steep. No one's going to go through that hassle.
You'd be surprised nowadays. You'd be surprised.
Then you have to label each box in a way.
Yeah, you do. 100%. I'm just saying, like, this is my little superstitions. There's one more thing I wanted to jump into touch with you. Did you have anything else?
Not today. We talked about sports. We talked about a little bit of politics, the market a little bit.
you have anything else for us about interest rates?
To my knowledge, I think they're in the low sixes right now.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Depends on your credit score. Depends on
And
your
how much you
income.
make.
Yeah, it depends on basically everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
What I've been hearing is that in the next 2 months, by October, we should see a 0.5 point drop, which is about 0.5%, maybe 1/4%.
I think they'll drop going into the election, just like you said.
But I don't think that. I think after that, everything's gonna be very firm still until about February or March.
Yeah, depending on what happens, for sure.
Let me get you before we let the people go out of here. Let me get you a quick prediction on how do you see quarter 1, 2, 3, 4, 2025? Because I don't know. People, me and you were talking about real quick before you jump in. We're damn near in September.
This was the worst quarter, I think, for most businesses.
Absolutely. Terrible. You know, thank God I barely have to pay any taxes. Thank God, you know, for it being so. That's the one good thing about it. You know, you don't owe much money. But I want to get your prediction real quick on how you think 1 through 4 is going to go in 2025.
1, slow. 2, picking up. 3, full blast. 4, it's going to be like slowing back down a little bit.
So you see the economy making a recovery in 2025?
Not a full recovery. I see the summer months being good, though.
Interesting.
Because these weren't.
Not at all. Not at all. But okay, awesome. Do you guys have any suggestions for us to
What about you?
Thank you very much. My bad. Cut everyone off. Shit. I'm gonna be a little different than you.
Okay, that's fine.
I think that quarter 1 is gonna be extremely slow. Besides specialty goods, I'm not saying necessarily me, but I think there'll be a niche market of people who will, like always, will do very well, but it's gonna be smaller than always. I think quarter 2 is where people are gonna start to pick it up a little bit. Get nearing breaking even. Quarter 3, towards the end of summer, not in summer, but towards the end of summer, is when I think there will be sustainability. And depending on who the president is and how quarter 1 and 2 played out, in my opinion, I think quarter 4 should be a very strong quarter of next year.
We'll have to wait and see.
That's what I definitely think. But we'll have to see. Thank you guys for tuning in. It was a good one today. Free flowing with it. My man Eric's over here buzzing.
I'm ready.
And we'll catch you guys next week. I got an event in Grand Rapids this week.
Yep.
I'll be there Saturday. If you're in Grand Rapids, come pop out. We'll be
Where
at the Goy Center.
The Goy Center?
Well, it's like Koi, but it's like Goy.
Goy.
Yeah, Goy Center or something like
Goy.
that. Yeah, something like that.
Goy.
Ui? Yeah, I think like that.
Goy.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you.
Peace.
Cheers.